So today we are going to talk about the emasculation of men. I'm Dr. Kelly Martin Chu, Amazon bestselling author, speaker, and transformational coach for women. And I'll tell you, in the past couple weeks, I really have had a wake-up call. So my husband is right behind me in the image. And anyway, he's an amazing man, and I so appreciate him in my life as a father, as a husband, also in deep appreciation for my father. And I know this is coming early, but it kind of just came through. It started a couple weeks ago as I began taking a course. Actually, it was before I started taking the course. It started when my husband and I had a disagreement. We had a fight. And he really got really vulnerable with me and shared with me how he didn't feel like he was being seen and appreciated. And I was really stressed out in my business. And it really just sparked me taking a look at my interactions with my husband and the men in my life. And I found myself beginning the Queen's Code, which is Alison Armstrong's book. And within this, I have been starting to investigate the emasculation of men. And I have always been so interested in women's empowerment. You know, women can do anything, which we can. And I also find myself in a relationship with my husband where, I mean, most of the time it's really good. We really have a beautiful partnership. We were just having a little rocky couple weeks there. But anyway, with this idea of women's empowerment, I've also, even in the confines of in my marriage and my vows, I committed to uplifting him and being the best man that he can be. And I've really begun to investigate where both I and my husband and family and friends really rob men of the gift that they're here to give us. It's so easy to male bash, you know, oh, they're so stupid, or, you know, all the negative things we say. And I grew up in a family with very strong women. I have a very strong mother and sister and aunties and grandmother. And so anyway, that this fight that Richard and I had a long time ago, not that long ago, had me even just starting to look into this. And what I came to realize, even in my own home, even the comments we make about even little boys, it starts really young. And even say, you know, boys are icky and it's just a boy thing, but all with negativity around the male gender. And so I brought this to my husband's attention and said, you know, I'm really committed to really paying more attention to those generalizations that we make about men and about boys. And they can come on so fast and we don't even realize that we do that. And my husband brought to my attention how even in the media, there aren't many great role models, like role models as fathers, role models as husbands. I mean, they're really portrayed as these like ignorant, you know, people who are just all about sex or all about, you know, aggression or all being in the ego. And so I began to look within me and my family, and I said, you know, we really have to be more mindful of this. And I'm going to make the request that we be mindful even around our daughter and how we converse about boys. They're not all icky, and they're not, there's so many beautiful things about little boys and about men that really make the world go round. You know, an empowered man standing by an empowered woman, what a beautiful partnership when we are in our strengths as men and women. I do think that we are different. We're very different. And so I overheard, after I had this conversation with Richard, I overheard him talking to my daughter and around, you know, we really have been really talking about boys and all negative stuff. And you've got some really good boys that are friends, and there's some great boys. And so just starting to be mindful of that in our own household, and then extending that is I'm starting to become more aware just of my immediate thoughts around how a man acts. And if it appears to be, you know, if it's negative, instead of just jumping to conclusions, starting to have a better understanding. So, and I'm finally realizing that I don't understand men. I really don't. not to the degree that I would like to. And so anyway, I'm enjoying Alison Armstrong's work, having a better understanding of them. And to stop this emasculation of men, the first thing to do is to notice the thoughts, right? Because we're probably not going to immediately stop the behavior or the actions or the thoughts, but just to notice. And I know as a unified, peaceful world, if we could really honor the feminine and the masculine, what a beautiful environment, what a global, peaceful, amazing planet and connection that we could have with all beings, what becomes possible. And so I am all about women's empowerment, and I'm learning how more to really appreciate and love the men in my life and the men that are not in my life, but the stand for men in their healthy power. And I've got more and more stories to share, but that's it for today. I want you to start to investigate where you might be emasculating men and notice and start verbalizing, journaling, questioning, and look for the beautiful strengths that men bring into partnership and into this world. Signing off, I'm Dr. Kelly Martin Shue, Amazon bestselling author, speaker, and transformational coach for women. And be sure to like our Dr. Kelly Facebook page and leave a comment below. Thanks. Have a great day.